The preservation of abortion rights seems to be more popular than abortion. The preservation of parents being able to actually choose what their children read is more popular than, oh, this is lewd and it's going to make my kid gay or something like that. Americans seem to be standing up for democracy and for rights at the moment.
I agree with you. And in 1992, we all remember Jim Carville said it's the economy stupid to Bill Clinton as a candidate, to make him focus on the economy, even put a sign up in the headquarters. The Biden team needs to do the same thing. It's the abortion stupid. In fact, after that, it's the democracy stupid. Even in polls that the New York Times poll over the weekend that showed Biden trailing, it still showed Americans solidly approve Biden's handling of abortion and democracy. Those issues are intertwined to me. It's about self-determination. It's self-determination for a woman to choose her own destiny, self-determination for the rest of us to be able to vote,
right,
or an academic freedom intertwined with democracy. It's again about having rights to read the books you want, do what you want with your body. I think what Republicans miss, they view abortion as a political issue. It's the most personal issue that could be. You're forcing a woman to carry a fetus to term because your religion says that,
right,
and you're making your religion the law of this land.
Right.
And as Muslims, we know how
that goes.
They told us forever, you can't have Sharia. We don't want Sharia law. But you're doing it from your right-wing evangelical point of view.
Right.
Same thing, people don't like it.
Right. It's also government overreach, right?
Yes.
Like, these are the party of small government wants to make sure.
What's going on there?
Well, there's no intellectual honesty in this party, right? They just want what they want. They want to make you carry a dead fetus to term. They want to make your kid not be able to read a book, but they also want to not fund, pre-K. I mean, there's no intellectual honesty. There's no consistency. And at this point, it's just a party of, like, this guy with 91 criminal counts.
Let's talk about the polling that came out the other day. Now, interestingly enough, lots of people talked about the polling, but then there was an election the next day. And this seems to happen sometimes, that there's polling and there's an election that says something different. But this keeps concentrating around Joe Biden and about the intractability of some of his popularity numbers, and things go to his age. The governor of Illinois, Pritzker, made a comment a few weeks ago, and he said Republicans should lean into it. They should sit there and say, in the last 45 years, Donald Trump has become a bitter, small, vindictive, ruthless, fraudulent man, while Joe Biden has become empathetic and kind and worldly and all of these things. What do you make of the difference between the polls and the votes?
Look, again, these polls are small. They're people who pick up their cell phones, 3,000 people. This last poll was in 6 states. Those are the states that Biden needs to win to stay in office. But I have a lot of pollster friends. I interview them. I talk to them. They are convinced that this method still works. This method has, of course, been wrong in 23 and 22. Remember the red wave midterm, wrong in 2020. So I do think national polls and even these larger presidential polls, people like to complain to pollsters. We're seeing that a lot. And I'm just not convinced that we're getting an accurate sense.
What do you think?
I agree. I think what polls don't measure are the intensity about what issue is going to make you go out and vote.
Right.
That's what. So they'll have, here's a hierarchy of issues. Like economy's 1 and abortion might be 3. What they're not measuring is what's going to make you leave your house or fill out the ballot. You can mail in ballot. It's about your rights. It's what's personal. And I'll tell you this, the callers to my show, on Monday, a little down because those polls. Wednesday, it was a celebration. It was party time. We're going to win. Everyone's happy. And here's the reason. Since abortion would be such a driving issue, Donald Trump pledged in the 2016 campaign to appoint justices who would overturn Roe v. Wade. The ads write themselves. You got that. After Roe's overturned with Dobbs, there's Donald Trump on the CNN town hall saying, quote, I terminated Roe v. Wade and was honored to do so. He said in another interview on Newsmax, I killed Roe v. Wade by appointing 3 justices and then taking credit for the bans.
Right. Those
are the ads. And you know what the ad follows up with? When he's president again, he will sign an abortion ban. Doesn't matter what he says. We know he'll do that because that's what his base wants. That's exactly what his base wants. These are the ads that are going to run in swing state after swing state. That motivates people, women, men, young people especially, come out and vote. Donald Trump is the best candidate against us, while it's still scary, because if he wins, I think democracy ends.
Yes.
There was an interesting